Welcome back to another episode of A Brief History of. As you can tell by the title, we're talking about the creation and origin of a bathing ape, aka Bape. So the clothing brand was created by Tomaki I'm gonna butcher the hell out of these Japanese names, just as a warning for you guys. Tomaki Nagao, aka Nigo. He's mostly known for Nigo, like that's just kind of the name he goes by now. He started the Bathing Ape in the district of Urujuku on April 1st, 1993. It's just like it's a side district. It's like kind of like a borough in New York, like Manhattan or something like that. Nigo was born on December 23rd, 1970 in Miyabishi, Japan. And basically some of the stuff like he started with, he was a fashion designer, a DJ, entrepreneur, and he was also a record producer. And actually, a little fun fact, I remember the theme from Tokyo Drift, the dun, 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 dun. I think I butchered that. So basically, he is the DJ for the Teriyaki Boys, and they're the same group that made the famous Fast and Furious theme song for Tokyo Drift. So when Nigo first started Bape, he started with the basics, and he was just selling the brand design t-shirts with the logo and everything, and also hit the classic camouflaged Bape hoodie. Before he started the Bathing Ape, he studied fashion editing at college, and he also worked as a stylist and editor for the Popeye magazine, which is just a Japanese clothing magazine, kind of like Vogue or something like that we have here. It's like the equivalent in Japan, I guess you could say. And actually, like when he first started the store, he borrowed approximately 4 million yen to start his first store out of Urujuku, and that store was called Now Here. And actually, let me convert that because I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much 4 million yen. Yeah, 4 million yen is in like American dollars or like Canadian dollars. So it's about $48,000 in Canadian. Oh wow, that's a big difference. I did not realize that's the difference. The dollar difference when in Japan. Anyways, and actually the origin of the title of Bathing Ape. So Nigo actually, he liked the old film. I don't remember when it came out, but the old film Planet of the Apes, and the title of the Bathing Ape was actually really inspired by the movie Planet of the Apes. So that was kind of like his little. It was like an homage to the old movie, and that's why he called it that. The actual brand itself, like a bathing ape, also references the Japanese idiom, a bathing ape in lukewarm water. And the idiom itself, actually, its meaning is basically overindulgence. You have so much free time that you can sit in a bath and wait for it to go lukewarm. When he first started out, Nigo actually had a really tight budget, so he could only actually produce 50 t-shirts a week. And actually, after the brand started gaining traction and popularity in Japan, he actually expanded to over 40 more locations throughout Japan. But he decided to cut that down back to one because he wanted his brand to have to be scarce and kind of sought out for and rare. And that decision was actually a great decision because the Bathing Ape skyrocketed even higher because there was only one location. You only get it from one place, and it was kind of just that brand that everybody wanted. And actually in the late 90s and like early 2000s was kind of considered to be Bape's golden age. It's popular now, but in terms of Nigo's own self-made clothing brand, it was at its golden age because at that time it was super popular in Japan. They were making so much money at that point in Japan because it was so popular, and it actually infiltrated Western society, like over in the States, because even artists like Biggie Smalls were basically giving free publicity to some of their songs, just because there were references in some of his music and some of the clothing that he would wear. And actually in the early 2000s, Bape got an even bigger boost because Nigo actually partnered with Pharrell Williams and made the clothing labels Billionaire Boys Club and Ice Cream. And due to this collaboration, Nigo was able to open the first Bape stores in 2005 and 2006 in New York and in LA. Kanye West actually collabed with Nigo, and they made their own Bape shoe, and it was like a custom designed shoe that had the college dropout like bear on the side. It looks like, I think personally, I don't really like the shoe that much, but it's a cool collab. Like, it's a cool looking shoe, I'll admit that, but I don't really like them that much, to be honest. And also, one of the legends of the early 2000s, Soulja Boy, was actually wearing, I'm pretty sure he was wearing the Bape sneaker in his breakout video Crank That, which had, of course, it blew up. That was like one of the biggest videos I understand around then, and it still holds a special place in my heart. Soulja Boy is actually a legend. Now he's just, he's kind of iffy now, but when that first came out, that changed the world. Unfortunately though, Bape actually hit a huge roll of debt at around 2010, and it was actually $22.5 million in debt at that certain point. It was pretty bad. So Nigo actually sold the brand for $2.8 million to IT, which was a huge Chinese fashion corporation, and they just bought it out. So they basically own the rights to Bape now. And after Bape was sold to IT, there were actually a lot of subgenres of Bape that came out. There was Ape, which is actually, it's just AAPE, and it's just Ape by a Bathing Ape. It's just a sub clothing brand, like branch off of Bape. And there was also a Bathing Ape Black, which is kind of just basically just a Bathing Ape, but all their products had like a black and gold color palette. And after Nigo sold the brand, he actually went on to make his own clothing line again, and that was called Human Made. And he also got hired to be the creative director for Uniqlo. And Bape, it's still really popular today, I think, among, I guess, the hypebeast community. I don't know. I feel like there's a couple cool stuff. I prefer like some of the t-shirts that they put out. Some of the graphic design t-shirts I think are actually kind of cool. But like, I don't know. The main ones you see are like the classic camouflage, the shark hoodie that gets zipped all the way. It just doesn't look that good to me. I don't know. Wherever you want, I don't know. In my opinion, I feel like it doesn't look that good. Some of the t-shirts do look cool though. And if I was a millionaire, I would definitely buy it, because it's so expensive. It's ridiculous. Bape's also pretty big. It has stores stretching from Japan, London, New York City, Hong Kong, also Paris, Taipei, LA, Bangkok, and Singapore. I also found a couple weird stuff. It's funny, all these most of these high-end fashion brands, they also sell like really weird, obscure things. I feel like they sell them because they know they're also gonna get bought, but I don't know, it's kind of like a signature thing that the streetwear brands sell. They sell stuff like toilet paper, duct tape, fishing lures. They even have a paperweight that they sell, and of course, as always, they're very high priced. But apparently they sell those too, so I guess these streetwear brands can just do that. And that was a brief history of a Bathing Ape made by Nigo. I still can't believe he's the same guy who made Tokyo Drift.